Everyone, and welcome to the Arena for tonight's men's basketball game between the Camels from Connecticut College and your College Bearcats. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Connecticut College. And got a 6th grade junior from Roslindale, Massachusetts, number 1, Gerard Nicholson. And got a 5'10 junior from Hamilton, Massachusetts, number 2, Emil. And got a 5'10 first year from Nashville, Tennessee, number 5, Casey. At center, a 6'7 junior from Jackson Heights, New York, number 13, David Murray. And forward, a 6'8 junior from Exeter, Massachusetts, number 23, Ed Rice. Head coach of the Camels is Tim Sweeney. The assistant coaches, Corey Legley and Brett Zanardi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for your Blue College Bearcats. At guard, a 5'11 sophomore from Staten Island, number 13, Gerard Nicholson. At guard, a 6'2 junior from Jamaica, number 15, Jehmehl Fair. At forward, a 6'5 junior from Astoria, number 21, Emil Purisic. At guard, a 6'1 graduate student from New York City, number 11, Osorio. And at forward, a 6'6 graduate student from Smithtown, New York, number 20, Michael Gannon. Bearcats head coach in his 10th year is John Alisi, and the assistant coaches Robert Alisi, Michael Masco, and Patrick Mahoney. Now, let's play ball.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's the second game of our doubleheader between Baruch and Connecticut College. If you missed out on the opening game, the women picked up the W 70-41 over Pratt Institute, but we turn to the men's game. The Bearcats riding a 2-game win streak here into the Arc Arena, coming up against the Camel team riding a 7-game win streak, so a great out-of-conference matchup for the Bearcats alongside Joe Stozer. I'm David Just. Joe, great matchup here between the Camels and the Bearcats.
Yeah, this is going to be a test for the Bearcats' out-of-conference game. And Connecticut has really been holding teams under 40. So we got to see what that's about. That's a very big statement.
So it's going to be Fair on the near side. Gives it up to Nicholson up top. Nicholson looking for options. Inside to Purisic, the CUNYAC preseason player of the year. Purisic shot, no good. His tip, no good. Rebound comes away with Flynn into the hands of Whalen. And now we're going the other way with Casey. Casey has it on the near side. Osorio out on him, and it'll be Nicholson on Whalen up top. Takes the pick from Murray. Sorry, Joe.
David Murray is going to pose a threat. 6'7" big body for Purisic.
And Flynn kicks it outside to Casey. Shot too strong, but Murray comes away with the rebound. Purisic hits the deck. Now back outside to Casey. Casey going to drive, free throw line jumper, and he's able to knock that one down.
Yeah, that Connecticut looks very, very swift on offense.
Two bigs in the game here for Connecticut as they have Ben Rice at 6'8" and David Murray at 6'7" manning the paint as Fair hop steps into the paint looking for options. Finds Osorio on the near side looking for Purisic. He'll put the ball on the deck. Now inside to number 20, Gannon. Gannon hits the deck. He's fouled as he goes up with it, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Tim Sweeney not happy about his team's defensive effort there on their second defensive possession.
Dave, Gannon is a very capable player. He can do it down low, or he can pass it back out. Great find for Coach Alisi to the program.
And we're seeing two graduate players starting in Osorio and Gannon here for the Bearcats as Gannon able to knock down the first.
This is a big-time front line for Connecticut, Dave, and Baruch has got to really stay focused, eye the tiger. Nothing is too big for them.
And Gannon can't hit on the second. Rebounded there by Murray as Fair also went up for it. Now it's going to be Connecticut the other way. And it's going to be Whalen over here to Rice. Ball swung around to Casey in the near side corner. And he's going to take too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Nice defense by Osorio here on the near side.
Well, defense is going to dictate how the Bearcats come out at the end of the game.
So it'll be Nicholson now into the front court. Casey all over him. Pick here left from Purisic. He'll take it. Now outside to Fair. Fair takes the pick from Gannon, Fair shot, able to knock that one down off iron, off glass, and that falls through.
That's his game, the mid-range shot. Casey and Whalen are a very, very active backcourt for Connecticut. Baruch is going to have to really stop the dribble up high on them.
And Rice's three, no good from the near side wing. Osorio quickly coming the other way, has Casey on him, outside to Fair. Whalen picks him up, over to Nicholson on the far side. And it looks like they're setting up here. Connecticut is in a 2-3 zone as Nicholson's shot is blocked by Murray, who's going to run the floor now with Whalen. And he gets fouled by Nicholson, who's tracking back, and that'll stay underneath with Connecticut.
Dave, the size and length of Connecticut is going to force Baruch to penetrate and hope to beat somebody or really knock down the perimeter shots.
And Gannon all over Rice now here. Ball swung inside to Murray. Ball's loose on the deck. It's going to be Rice who picks it up. Nice active hands there by Purisic. And then now it's Flynn up top working on Fair. Spin move, high dribble. Able to get to the lane and finish with the left hand.
Yeah, we need some help. We need some help if you're going to get that penetration from a big of Baruch.
And that's the other thing, too. Gannon on Rice. Look for that matchup because Rice has been able to stretch the floor here in the early going.
Yeah,
so it's really going to be on if Gannon can help out with that paint presence to help Purisic working with Murray underneath.
Where do you see Muhammad Guy come into the game with his length? He's going to be a factor.
And that three there is no good by Osorio. Rebounded there by Flynn for the Camels. And they'll quickly push right to left. Whalen over to Murray. Murray right to the basket and able to finish with the left hand.
That's a big-time move by Murray. A big finishing.
And it'll be Nicholson who puts it on the floor. Gets into the paint, gives it over to Fair in the corner. He'll pull a three. He rattles it home. Jehmehl Fair gets his first bucket of the evening.
Jehmehl Fair gives you everything offensively and defensively.
Let me correct myself there. That's actually his second bucket. He has 5 of the 6 for the Bearcats.
Wait till Fair is stepping up here for the Bearcats.
Now Murray working on Purisic. He gets that knocked away, and it's going to stay right here. And that's what you're going to have to do. Purisic's going to have quick hands because it's going to be hard to contest with the size of Murray.
Dave, Purisic got lucky because Murray one dribble and he was to the basket. Somebody's going to have to come over and be a deterrent to stop, if a player of Connecticut gets by.
And checking into the game is number 40, Andrew Hartle, 6'9" sophomore. So just more size here for Connecticut, and he'll get the inbounds here. Hands it off to Casey. Osorio all over him, looking for Hartle, gives it back to him. Rice up top, ball swung around the perimeter. That's into the hands of Espinoza. Back onto the near side here with Casey. He'll take the pick from Hartle, looking for options. Instead, Casey into the lane. He finds Hartle. His shot was blocked from behind, and they're going to keep it in Mo as the shot clock went off. Nicholson now here on the near side, gives it over to Gannon. Has Fair right behind him, and Baruch are going to slow things up.
Baruch got lucky because, again, successful penetration by Connecticut.
And Fair going to pull the straight on three. Shot no good, a little too long, and Flynn will come away with the rebound. But nice defense on some of these bigs from the Bearcats. As Espinoza's three is no good, and Gannon comes away with the rebound for the Baruch. Up to Osorio here into the front court.
Gannon's got to give Coach Alisi some big minutes here early.
And I think it's going to be tough for Baruch really to penetrate this 2-3 zone. As I say that, Gannon's baseline jumper is no good, but really Connecticut, you're seeing multiple lines of tall depth at the forward position.
But that's okay, Dave. Let the Baruch players penetrate and then kick out.
And hopefully we'll see some of that as the ball swung around actively here on the offensive end for the Camels. It's going to be a kick ball on Nicholson, and both teams are going to make some subs. Akeel Vaughn's going to check into the game for Gannon.
Well, one thing, Dave, Baruch Nation, Coach Alisi is a master at in-game coaching and situational moves. He's going to find a way to answer what Connecticut is showing us early on.
And Devin Nicholson will replace his brother Gerard here in the 5. So now to Espinoza into Hartle. Hartle going to go to work. Actually finds Peters, who can hit, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Nice cut there by Peters to really find the space in the lane.
Just to tell you, our sixth man of the century is in the game for the Bearcats, Muhammad Gee, who is a deterrent rim protector, and he's going to answer some of the length of Connecticut. And
Peters knocks down the first. 7-6 lead, almost 5 minutes gone here in the first half between the Camels and the Bearcats.
This is a character-building game for the Bearcats. The size and length of Connecticut, you don't often see this in CUNY. So Baruch is going to be better come January, February because of this night.
And Whalen will check back into the game. So quick subs from both sides here as the chess match begins between Coach Sweeney and Coach Alisi. Hand off to Fair on the near side. Gives it off to Devin Nicholson. Looking for options. It's Guy inside to Vaughn, who's fouled underneath. The foul there is going to be on number 40. That's going to be on Hartle. That's going to be his first.
Dave, this is a game for Akil Vaughn. This is a great matchup for him. A big versus a big. Hopefully he can answer from the Baruch side going against the Mountains of Connecticut.
And he'll go to the line to shoot 2, only a 53% free throw shooter on the season, so he'll look to improve here at the charity stripe.
This is when you go out recruiting. You have to answer certain matchups that you're going to get during the season. Bigs, capable ball handlers, shooters. It's one-stop shopping.
And Vaughn knocks down the first. And to your point, great recruiting by Coach Alisi. 3 out of his 5 right now, currently first-year Bearcats, as Vaughn can't hit the second. Rice comes away with the rebound, and it'll be Whalen to push it into the front court for the Camels.
Coach Alisi's been there, done that, and you're seeing that in games like this.
Now Hartle has it, gives it off to Peters. He'll pull. Shot no good. Hartle crashes the boards, but he's unable to corral the rebound, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Vaughn has got to really get in on those kind of rebounds. Seal his player and get the position.
So it'll be Nicholson to walk things up across the timeline. Fair on the far side now, gives it off to Osorio.
We got to find an open man in the gap here. Quick ball movement Baruch needs.
And Guy's going to pull a 3. Shot too strong. It's going to hit the back stanchion. So it'll go back to the Camels. But he had an open look there. And Muhammad Guy, not a bad shot attempt there for the Bearcats.
No, as long as he can pull a big away from the basket, that's a plus for Baruch. So, even if he doesn't make it, he's still pulling somebody.
So Whalen has it now. He's covered by Nicholson. Gives it off to Hartle. Ryan Banks just checked into the game now, number 33 for the Camels. Hartle now on the block, working on Vaughn. Hartle can't finish over Vaughn. Jehmehl Fair soars for that rebound. And it's going to be Baruch trying to push, and an errant pass from Fair, trying to hit Osorio on the near side. Fair frustrated with that one, as it'll go back to Connecticut.
Yeah, great possession defensively by Baruch, ending in a turnover on their part.
So Whalen will walk things up for the Camels.
We got a barn burner here, nail biter. Baruch has got to stay defensively sound.
And just like that, going under the pick, and Whalen's able to knock down a far side 3. Gives Connecticut a 4-point lead here. A little bit more than 6 minutes gone here in the first.
Baruch has got to take away the 3 because they're looking to go inside Connecticut.
So Osorio takes the pick. Now Guy trying to give it inside to Vaughn. He does. Vaughn looking for an option. It's going to be Fair on the far side. Fair going to dribble to the center of the court. Osorio has the ball, now gives it over to Guy. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Guy's going to pull from the free throw line. Shot a little too strong, and it's going to be Murray who just checked back into the game, soaring for the board.
But that's a good shot selection by Muhammad. He took what the defense gave him.
And a round and out there from Espinoza, so it'll go back to the Bearcats, and Osorio will walk things up as he chants out the offense.
Baruch has got to contest all the 3s by Connecticut. Don't give away gifts.
Now a little inside-outside game trying to break down this 2-3 zone. Connecticut's been very impressive on the defensive end so far. Osorio's going to get fouled as he goes up with it, and that's going to be on Murray. So Osorio will go to the line to shoot 2.
Great lead baseline pass by Nicholson right in the gap. Baruch has got to get into gaps that Connecticut is leaving open.
And Osorio, a 77% free throw shooter on the season as he knocks down the first.
Osorio is playing the role that a younger Fair played for the Bearcats. he just kept coming on and coming on.
And he breaks into the starting lineup this evening as Sorio off on the second.
Well,
Sorio started all 8 games, making 9 games now for the Bearcats. So it'll be Whalen now with Nicholson on him. Flynn over to, ball swung around the perimeter, out to Espinoza, now to Hartle.
Baruch has got to get up. Look for screens, call it out, communication.
And now Hartle inside. Going to work. His shot gets blocked by Vaughn, and that'll stay with Connecticut.
Dave, Vaughn did a great thing. He did everything and didn't foul to defend that shot.
And great point, Joe. He really battling inside with Murray there, as it'll be out to Banks. Banks looking for Flynn on the back door. Instead, it'll go to Espinoza. Jab step, going to drive the lane. Goes right to the lane and able to finish with the right hand. Nice play there by Elias Espinoza.
Yeah, that was a breakdown in Baruch defense. They can't turn their body.
So it'll be Fair right in front of us. Crossover move into the paint. Looking for options. He goes all the way across, gives it up top to Osorio. Looking for options underneath. Oh, ball, I think got deflected on the way through. We kind of got screened here. Goes off the rim, and it's going to come the other way with Connecticut. Now Espinoza has it.
Yeah, it was a tough pass. There was really nowhere to go on that pass.
So Whalen has it. Gives it off to Espinoza. Espinoza's going to pull out a 3. Osorio closes out. Around and out for Espinoza. No good. But Flynn on the rebound. Gives it up to Banks. Ball swung around the perimeter, and Whalen can slow things up top. Bounce pass into Hartle on the near side block.
Baruch can't let Connecticut set their feet before a shot.
A nice find by Hartle, who'll find Banks underneath and extends the lead to 7. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Alisi and the Bearcats to talk things over. We'll be right back with more first half action between the Camels and the Bearcats. So it'll be both Nicholson's, Vaughn, Purisic, and Fair for the Bearcats. It's Rice, Casey, Whalen, Hartle, and Flynn for the Camels. And now Gerard Nicholson, has it up top. Baruch struggling to break down this 2-3 zone. It's going to be Devin Nicholson on the far side. He knocks down a 3.
Well, that's your remedy. Couple of passes to find an open man with his feet set before the defense can react.
Yeah, Joe, and I assume Coach Alisi was talking about their lack of breaking down the 2-3 zone. Really got to go inside the heart of the zone and kick it back out as they did there with Devin Nicholson hitting the 3 on the far side. And now Baruch will force a turnover and get the ball back as they trail by 4 in the first.
Little bit of momentum from a 3 could lead to a lot of good things now for the Bearcats. Chip away.
So it's now Jehmehl Fair on the logo with the ball here. Vaughn trying to get it inside, and he's going to get tied up. And it's going to go back to Connecticut College as Vaughn and Casey were battling underneath.
Fair has got to go over to his teammate Vaughn and say, don't worry about it. Vaughn is going to be a big-time player now with Gannon in the lineup for the Bearcats. Somebody that could just be a facilitator.
Yeah, I think he got the ball a little bit too low on that after that entry pass, and that's allowed the opening for Casey to tie him up, who now has the ball in the front court here. Hartle trying to get position on the inside. Purisic denying him. Ball outside to Rice. And Hartle, looked like he pushed Purisic out of the way there underneath. No call. We can keep it in motion here. It's going to be Ben Rice straight on 3. And his shot rattles home.
They let the shooter, Connecticut, set his feet. They have to not let the shooter set their feet, get too comfortable.
When you have a 4 that can really stretch the floor like that, it's a dangerous weapon here for the Camels. Now it's Nicholson inside, outside to Nicholson in the corner. Back up top to Nicholson. He thinks about the shot. He's trying to get it to Purisic inside. That gets deflected a few times. Gerard Nicholson going to pull a 3, and he rattles it home.
Well, You got the Nicholson's guy. They were brought here to do just what they're doing.
A little bit of two-man game. I think Purisic was in on it as well, as Rice has it now up top here for Connecticut. Over to Hartle. Hartle looking for options. It's up to Flynn. Flynn going to put it on the deck with the left hand. He almost got tied up. Purisic pulled back, and now it's Rice up top to Whalen. Whalen's covered by Nicholson on the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Hartle, Purisic oversold that one. Hartle going to go in, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Maybe a little bit overzealous there from Purisic.
Baruch did everything until that final second. But great defense by Fair at the beginning of that possession to bottle up the ball handler. And then there was just a breakdown.
So it'll be Hartle to go to the line to shoot two. Hartle on the season, a 74% free throw shooter as he knocks down the first.
Hartle, 6'9", tremendous length, and looks like he's comfortable putting the ball on the floor.
A lot of athletic bigs for this Connecticut team as Hartle goes 2 of 2.
But, you know, Dave, again, what's ever happening tonight is going to make Baruch a better team. This is a real tough matchup, and you got to love it if you're a player. Answer the bell.
So now it's Nicholson up top. Over to Purisic on the far side. Gannon's trying to call for it, but it's going to be Devin Nicholson on the far side, and he's going to say it's going to be a foul underneath. I think a positioning foul. Yep, they're going to get number 23, Ben Rice. And Muhammad Guy will check back into the game for Purisic.
Purisic has got to, remain confident. He can't do his normal stuff tonight, but he's got to invent himself real quickly. How could he help, given the circumstances?
Now Gannon double teamed inside. Fair, wide open three. He knocks it down. Jehmehl Fair. Nice play there by Gannon to find Fair, and Baruch get 3 back.
Isn't that great when you have a big man down low that can have the patience to find perimeter players? That's what we need.
Nice little play there, running out of the inbounds there for the Bearcats. As now Flynn's going to turn. A little hook shot, no good. He's going to chase down his own rebound. It's going to be out to Espinoza. And Casey hits the deck. He may have turned it over. Nope. Rice is going to have to chuck. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on Connecticut.
Great defense by Baruch, Dave, is they took away everything from Connecticut in that possession.
Yeah, the shot there by, I believe it was Flynn inside, didn't graze iron, so working to Baruch's benefit as they trail by 3 with the ball. It's going to be Devin Nicholson on the far side and now into the hands of Fair. Over to Gerard Nicholson. Pick here from Gannon. Guy, bounce pass outside corner. 3 from Nicholson. Shot no good. Long rebound into the hands of Espinoza for Connecticut, and it'll be Casey the other way.
But that's okay because that's what you want from Baruch, to get that open shot with his player's feet set. Nothing you could do about that, Dave. He got too deep, and he's a really, skilled big guy.
Nice little bank shot off the glass there for a bucket for Hartle, as he's anchoring the 2-3 zone right now, and the ball's into the hands of Fair. Muhammad Guy comes with a pick. Fair's going to pull another 3. Shots too short. Ben Rice on the rebound, and it'll be Peters the other way for Connecticut.
Baruch on offense is going to have to move the ball swiftly, and guys are going to have to move and get open. Very small seconds we're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of Baruch shots today have been contested, to your point there, Joe, as Espinoza goes inside. Now Peters fakes the shot. He's in the mid-range. He gets fouled. Nope, they're going to say he traveled, and it's going to go back to Connecticut. Baruch.
Another great defensive possession caused the turnover. That's what we want to do, cause turnovers.
And now Whalen will check back into the game for Espinoza, and Nicholson will walk things up.
So just swing the ball fast. Swing the ball fast and get ready to set your feet.
Osorio hit the deck right in front of us, but Gannon's high arcing shot, no good. It's going to be Rice on the rebound. Good box out there. I think it was actually by Peters to give Rice that room for the rebound, and now Rice has it up top. He puts it on the deck. Shot blocked by Guy.
Oh, that was ball, Dave.
Oh, man, that's a rough call.
I mean, he got everything on that orange and round thing, Dave.
Yeah, there were some calls earlier that they may have gotten, but I thought that was pretty clean. Unless the only thing I could think of is maybe he had him on his hip a little bit.
That was a classic block shot. All ball.
And that's going to be a technical foul on the Bearcats bench.
I don't know, Dave. I may need some more beta-carotene because I saw it clearly.
And Casey will knock down the first of two. And he knocks them both down. So that'll send actually Rice now, I think, to the line to shoot the true free throws out from the foul on Guy.
The interesting thing is, Dave, is that the block was off to the right of the backboard, clearly away from the rim.
And Rice misses the first.
Rice, another one of those big 6'8" for Connecticut.
And off on the second, a little bit ball doesn't lie, but Peters able to get the offensive board. Lackadaisical rebounding and boxing out from the Bearcats.
Yeah. That was a good sequence where Baruch was sort of changing the momentum.
So it'll be Nicholson up top, gives it off to Gannon on the baseline, and he's able to answer on the offensive end for the Bearcats.
Good find by Nicholson, and Gannon able to set his feet on the baseline.
Gannon able to stretch the floor a little bit there. As Rice cutting back door, Hartle trying to find him off his hand, though, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Big possession, try and chip away at the 7-point Connecticut lead for the Bearcats.
So it'll be Nicholson to walking into the front court. It's Osorio, Nicholson, Gannon, and Vaughn in the game now for Baruch. Nicholson inside to Vaughn, trying to find Gannon underneath, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats right here with 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 6:01 remaining here in the half.
Great look by Vaughn, great almost catch by Gannon.
The ball goes off Vaughn's foot. Vaughn has it knocked around a little bit, and it's going to be Rice who actually eventually comes away with it for Connecticut. Whalen going to push the other way into Rice. Bounce pass inside to Hartle. Hartle working on Vaughn. Vaughn's right there. Good defense from Akil Vaughn, and Nicholson's going to go the other way. Oh, he got picked from Rice. He didn't see it coming. It was almost right by the scorer's table, and Rice able to lay it in. And with that, Coach Alisi wants to talk things over as Connecticut stretches to a 9-point lead, 28-19. We'll be right back with more Baruch basketball here on Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So Bearcats trail by 9, 28-19. It's Osorio, Nicholson, Gannon, and Vaughn for the Bearcats. It's Whalen, Flynn, Casey, Banks, and Rice, on the near side for the Camels. Osorio is going to put it on the deck here into the lane. Gives it outside. Nicholson, corner three, knocks it down. Gerard Nicholson starting to get his hot hand from the corner.
Big shot, Dave. Baruch has to be patient. Get it back one possession at a time.
The ball swung around the perimeter now to Casey on the near side. Over to Banks, now over to Flynn, on the far side wing.
Big defensive possession here to chip away at this little lead.
And Baruch needs to also build something here on the offensive end, but Whalen straight on three around and out, no good. And Vaughn skies for the board. It'll be Nicholson coming the other way. Fair waiting to check in by the scores table for the Bearcats, but it'll be Osorio on the far side for Baruch.
Again, Baruch has been successful in the corner three. So let's see if they can get there and they can get the ball from one of the top guys.
So it's Gannon inside, turnaround jumper. Ooh, that does not rattle home. And it's going to be Banks on the rebound.
We got to talk to maintenance about that. That ball was down and should have gone down.
And now it's Casey on the near side. Nicholson on him, a bit of a jab step. Casey's going to put it on the deck, takes the pick from Banks. Crossover move, now gives it off to Flynn. Flynn into the lane. Rice thinks about the shot in the corner, instead swings it back up to Whelan. Now it's Casey on the near side. He's going to drive, trying to work on Nicholson. Kicks it outside to Banks. Banks going to have to put something up. Nope, it's going to kick out to Rice. Far side three, shot no good. Barely grazes iron, and Nicholson comes away with the rebound.
Good defensive possession again, took away, but the last thing, they let Rice set his feet. They can't let that happen.
A way to work him down to the end of the shot clock there. A hard possession on the defensive end for the Bearcats, who now Nicholson into the lane. Gives it out to Devin Nicholson. Corner three from him. Shot no good. Gannon, that's going to stay with Baruch underneath. As Gannon was going up for the rebound, it was knocked away from him. And there's going to be a few changes on both sides here as Purisic and Fair check into the game for the Bearcats. Hartle back into the game alongside Espinoza for the Camels.
Nicholson did a great job of penetration. Now he finds an open teammate. Good eyes, good eyes.
And Baruch have run a couple plays off the inbounds here in the first half that have worked out well for them. And that time it was Osorio able to finish with an easy layup.
Yeah, Dave, it's 28-24. Baruch is chipping away. They got to stay poised.
And Hartle's shot no good. Osorio comes away with the rebound. Coach Alisi going to call out the offense as Osorio walks it across the timeline.
I see a momentum change. I see a body language change, Dave. Confidence.
And now it's Gannon on the far side. Bounce pass in the corner. Fair into the lane. He's looking for options. Instead, I think he was trying to bounce pass baseline. That's going to go off the Camels last, and will stay with the Bearcats. 20 seconds to shoot.
I think the Bearcats have found a way to get into this again. Quick passes and the three ball in the corner.
Ooh, Gannon trying to sneak in there. Smart play there by Connecticut. Not allowing that to happen this time as Osorio now has it up top. Inside to Purisic. Purisic going to put it on the deck. Nice defense there by Hartle, and it's going to stay right here with the Bearcats. Only 6 seconds to shoot, though, so Baruch going to have to manufacture some offense quickly.
They got to get the ball over this length of Connecticut.
And Nicholson puts it on the deck. High shot. Ooh, around and out. No good. Baruch's going to get the rebound. It's going to be Osorio, and he's going to lay it back in. And it's a 2-point game with 2.5 remaining.
There's your guard. Your guard in the land of the Giants getting the ball in the basket.
And Coach Sweeney wants to talk things over for the Camels there. What was a 9-point lead just moments ago, cut down to 2. We'll be right back with more first half action here at the Arc Arena between the Camels and Bearcats. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. Baruch just moments ago trailing by 9. Cut it to 2, but it'll be Connecticut with the ball here on the offensive end. And Hartle has it now over to Rice. They're joined by Flynn, Espinoza, and Whalen on the floor. Inside to Hartle now. Going to go to work on Purisic. Able to find the space. He couldn't finish, though, but he's able to, Rice able to come away with the rebound, and it's going to go off Purisic last. Nice active hands at the defensive end.
Yeah, Baruch got lucky on that play because, he turned and was right there. But Baruch doesn't want to be lucky. They want to be efficient and fundamentally sound in their offense and defense.
So it'll be Whalen up top, gives it off to Rice. Gannon closes him out. Espinoza working on Osorio. Long three, no good. Hartle able to tip it out, but it's going to be an over-the-back foul on Hartle against Purisic, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats with an opportunity to tie. We're just a fraction under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Baruch has to be patient. Don't get it all back. Work the clock a little bit and continue to make Connecticut think that this is not going to be a walk in the park for them.
So it'll be Fair up top. Osorio curls all the way around, has the ball now, replaces Fair up top over to Gannon. Now it's going to be Nicholson, corner three, and he knocks it down, and Baruch have their lead. 29-28 just before the half. Coming in on a minute 30 remaining, it's Whalen in the front court for the Camels.
And that's the remedy for success here in the first half, the corner three by Baruch, finding that corner three.
Handoff there to Flynn from Hartle, and yeah, Joe, they've been really finding that on the far side corner. It's been actually both Nicholsons hitting threes tonight for the Bearcats.
Shout out to Coach Alisi and shout out to the Nicholson players for acknowledging that the corner three was going to be not guarded. So let's take advantage of it.
Gerard Nicholson now 3 of 3 from 3, and that's the thing with the 2-3 zone. If you can get them going left to right, you have a really good opportunity to find those openings in the corner.
Until Connecticut takes it away, we're good.
And now Espinoza goes around the pick from Hartle, gives it outside to Whalen. He's covered by Nicholson, trying to give it inside to Hartle. Good D there by Gannon. And actually like that switch, they're going with Gannon now on Hartle.
Notice the momentum change, causing turnovers, leading the basket. Defense leading to offensive success. And the Nicholson brothers are the quarterbacks of this first half.
So it'll be Devin Nicholson here up top. Baruch figuring out a way to break down this zone here in the last few minutes. As now Fair has it. He picks up his dribble over to Nicholson, now inside to Purisic. Purisic going to work on Hartle. He finds a little bit of space, and he's able to knock it down. And that's all Emil Purisic needs is like a few inches from inside the free throw line, and he's money from there.
And he took what the defense gave him, and they were patient to make that happen.
Now Flynn has it up top. And it's going to be a foul outside here. The foul there is going to be on number 15. That's going to be Jehmehl Fair, his first on the evening.
Yeah, he bodied up. He moved his feet, but he bodied up. And, again, all positive. Baruch has got the upper hand here late in the first half. Great way for Coach Alisi to change the momentum by getting his players to just execute.
So 32.8 left in the first half. 20 seconds on the shot clock here for the Camels as the inbound comes to Peters. Now it's Espinoza inside to Hartle. Hartle going to go to work. Nope, he kicks it outside. Ball swung around the perimeter. Peters, a little bit of a jab step move. Step back fadeaway in the lane. Able to hit. Nice play there by Peters to create some space from Purisic.
Yeah, but good defense up until then by the Bearcats. 13 seconds. What do we got going into the locker room from the Bearcats?
Baruch can hold for the final shot. It's going to be Nicholson who puts it on the floor. He'll curl back. It's over to Purisic. 3 seconds. Oh, he gets fouled outside. And actually, if that's only going to be their 6th team, so they had a foul to give. So if I'm Coach Sweeney, I'm actually pretty happy about that. Now you have to make Baruch really run a play with 2.5 seconds left here in the half.
That wasn't a good play. There was nowhere for him to go. He needed to get it back to Nicholson for a better shot. Shot selection, Dave, the key.
And it's going to be in the corner to Nicholson. His three's way short, and it's going to be Peters who comes away with the final rebound of the half. But just before half, Baruch trailing by 9, able to go up by 1 on a strong run by both Nicholson's. Fair got a couple buckets. Purisic was in there as well. Gannon hit a mid-range jumper, and Baruch going to the locker room with the lead and an opportunity to build that on that in the second half. So Great finish for the first for
yeah,
the Bearcats.
Dave, to your point, it's a heavyweight championship fight, no doubt. And you saw the punches that Baruch took early on, but then you saw Coach Alisi come back, and what do we got to do to hurt the body of the fighter? Get that 3-ball in the corner.
So that'll do it for the first half of action here between the Camels and the Bearcats. Baruch lead 31-30. We'll be back shortly with second half action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. Baruch lead 31-30 over the Connecticut College Camels. It will be Baruch's basketball to start things up with Nicholson, Fair, Osorio, Gannon, and Purisic against Rice, Casey, Whalen, Flynn, and Murray on the inside. Oh, backdoor alley-oop as Osorio gets fouled by Murray. Nicholson was trying to find him, and that'll send Osorio to the line to shoot two.
But Nicholson is proving to be this great facilitator for the Bearcats. These are really pinpoint plays, Dave.
And it'll be Hartle waiting to check back into the game for the Camels. That's going to be Murray's third foul in the afternoon, so already in foul trouble in the first half. Quickly gets his third here in the second.
Well, Baruch is going to be happy to see some of the length and bigs of Connecticut not on the floor in the second half.
And Osorio rattles home the second, going 1 of 2 from the line. So it'll be Whalen to walk things up for the Camels. Here it gets picked up by Nicholson. Pick from Rice. He takes it. Nicholson goes under the pick. Now Rice takes the pick from Hartle. Handoff to Flynn. Flynn creating some space against Fair. His shot no good. Fair comes away with the rebound for the Bearcats, and Baruch can push back the other way.
Great defensive stance by the Bearcats just because they all move their feet well.
Now entry pass into Purisic. Nicholson on the far near side here. His three, around and out, no good. Hartle comes away with the rebound. That was halfway down.
But that's the recipe, that corner three, Dave. Worked in the first half.
Now Casey has it on the far side. Takes the pick from Hartle. Gives it over to Rice. Ball swung around the perimeter to Whalen on the near side. Pick from Rice. Whalen's floater, left hand, no good, and that's going to go out of bounds and back to the Bearcats.
Boy, the Bearcats' defense have been impressive. They have been fundamentally sound, and they have really made Connecticut work.
So it'll be Nicholson up top. Yeah, the good defense on to start the second half for a couple possessions here for the Bearcats, to your point, Joe. Now Purisic on the inside. His shot was blocked by Rice, and it's going to stay right here.
I would like to see Purisic get the ball back out and repost when there's nothing there.
I think he thought he could use the rim as a little bit of protection, but the length of Rice affected that shot.
Yeah, Nicholson needs to talk to his possible player of the year in CUNY. Be patient. We'll get the ball to you, big man.
Gannon, turnaround jumper way off, and Flynn comes away with that rebound. Casey now bringing it into the front court over to Whalen on the far side, trying to find Hartle inside. Rice up top, gives over to Flynn on the near side. Working on Fair. Flynn now inside to Hartle. Hartle going to go against Gannon. Hartle finds Flynn backdoor and who's able to finish at the rim.
Dave, Baruch did everything well until that final pass. They're moving their feet so well.
Just gave Flynn a little opening on the backside.
And he took advantage of it. Yep. That's all it takes. Life is about an inch, Dave.
So it'll be Purisic now. He puts the ball on the deck looking for options. Finds Fair on the near side corner. Inside to Purisic. Purisic trying to go to work. High arcing shot is good. He hits it over Hartle.
Good two-man game between Fair and Purisic and finished by Purisic.
He's only got 4 in 14 minutes on 2 of 4 shooting so far on the evening. Now as Flynn gives it off to Whalen. Whalen's three. Shot no good. Purisic skying for the rebound. Rice does as well, and it's going to go off Baruch last, and will stay with Rice underneath.
What I like about the way Baruch has come out, Dave, is they seem in their body language to have a lot of confidence because they took the punches that Connecticut gave them early.
So the inbound here, now it's over to Peters, who just checked into the game, trying to get it inside to Hartle. That ball gets knocked away, and it's going to be Baruch who comes away with it. Purisic trying to go right into the lane, kicks it outside. Nicholson, far corner three, and he knocks it down. Gerard Nicholson, his 4th three of the game.
And Dave, where was it? The corner three.
Nice job by Purisic to push the tempo, and great spacing of the floor by Nicholson. Nice steal there by it goes right into the waiting hands of Whalen, though. With that, his shot was a bit short, and it's going to be Purisic who comes away with the rebound. Quickly up to Osorio in the front court, who'll slow things down for the Bearcats.
Good. Baruch has to be patient.
Ooh, and that goes into the third row on the far side. Overzealous pass there by Gannon.
And Baruch, the guards have got to say, hey, calm it down. Let's slow it down. You know why you got that turnover? Because Baruch was rushing.
A little too quick, and they had a good spacing, especially on the offensive end, because Nicholson was open in the corner. I think Purisic was also cutting back door as Gannon oversailed the pass. But now it's going to be Rice up top for the Camels, over to Hartle. Ball's going to be swung around. Handoff here to Whalen. Nope, he'll run through. And now he's still trying to look for a pass here. Is Hartle. He gives it off to Peters. Peters into the lane with the left hand. No good. Hartle's tip also no good. He's able to get his own rebound. He's working on Gannon, trying to pass it out to Rice. Gives it over to Casey. Casey going to drive, looking for options. Give it outside to Whalen. Now Rice on the far wing. His three off back iron, no good. And it's going to be Osorio who eventually comes away with it and is going to push it into the front court for the Bearcats.
Good defense by the Bearcats. Again, they remained patient as things went away from them, but they stayed in character.
Now Osorio gives it over to Fair. Fair now inside to Gannon. Gannon liking that turnaround shot, and he's able to hit that one from the elbow.
It's a big-time shot by Gannon. Turnaround out of the block. And Dave, let's tell the Baruch Nation, watch out for Gannon, his contribution in the second half.
He's got 5 here in 19 minutes. We'll be right back with more second half action between the Camels and Bearcats. So both teams break the huddle. Baruch lead by 7. They've got +6 here in the second half so far. A little bit more than 4 minutes gone.
Yeah, again, right out of the gate, that Baruch, off the momentum of the first half, ready to go. Again, they answered the punches thrown by Connecticut in the first half.
And Murray back into the game for the Camels, able to finish off glass and give them a nice bump after picking up his 3rd personal early in the second half.
Murray, we thought, was going to be a problem early on. He wasn't. Baruch has got to keep it that way here in the second half.
And if I'm the Bearcats, I'm going to try to attack him as well and get him his 4th foul. He's been a little bit overzealous on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
Ball swung around the perimeter. That's going to be a Jehmehl Fair wide open 3, and he's able to rattle that one home.
There's that ball movement, Dave. We're going to win this game on defense in the 3-ball.
So it'll be Espinoza now over to Whalen. Ball moved around the perimeter. It's in the hands of Espinoza. Now Casey on the near side. A bit of a small lineup right now outside of Murray on the court for Connecticut. Espinoza pull up straight on 3. Air ball there, and that's going to be... Oh, they're going to set...
Nicholson might have stepped on the end line.
No, and I think what Nicholson was saying also is that the initial shot was tipped, so he had to make a play on it. I didn't see that from my angle, but I'll take his word for it now as Murray gets the inbound here. Whalen comes through. Murray working on, that's not going to count. They're going to say it was still in his hands, and that's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, things working in the Bearcats' favor here, but that was a great post move turnaround by Murray deep. Baruch has to take away deep penetration by Murray.
Murray, the leading scorer for Connecticut with a little over 12 a game, only has 4 tonight, and mostly because of his 3 personal fouls. Now Osorio into the lane, gives it off to Purisic, who finishes off the glass on the baseline. Nice play there by Purisic, and that's the last thing you need if you're Connecticut. Purisic really finding his game.
Yeah, strong move by Purisic, great body control to ward off the defender.
So it'll be Whalen. He'll pump fake, a little bit of a jab step. Now Casey swaps places with him. Crossover move on Osorio. Nice move by Casey to get in the lane. Ooh, nice pass there outside. Ball swung around. Osorio straight on three. Wide open. No good. Murray on the rebound, though. That gets knocked away. They're going to say it was off Murray last. And that's going to pump up the Bearcats. And it'll be Nicholson and Vaughn to check back into the game.
Dave, that was great execution on the Connecticut side, but also great execution by the Bearcats to force that turnover.
And we saw it right in front of us, Joe. I don't know how Casey got that pass out onto the far side to Peters. That was a great play there, but Baruch being the benefactor of a turnover there, and it'll be Bearcats ball in the front court with Purisic now to Nicholson. Gerard Nicholson puts it on the deck. He'll pull it back. Purisic going to pull the three. He knocks it down. And the momentum really turning here. The Bearcats have a 13-point lead coming on 13 remaining here in the second half.
Your possible CUNY Player of the Year showing an outside touch.
Now Casey inside to Flynn. Flynn's shot no good, but he got fouled on the way up. They're going to say it was on, I think it's going to be on Vaughn. Yep, it will be, and that's going to be his first of the evening.
Flynn has great body control, as we just saw there. So that was a good foul, but also almost a great finish by Flynn.
Between Flynn, Whalen, and Casey, I've been very impressed with Connecticut's backcourt this evening. As you said, a lot of body control. We saw that with Casey on the previous play on the missed shot there that led to Espinoza's missed shot, But, very interchangeable guards, and all three of them could really play with the ball in their hands.
Dave, the reason why today's game is so different is the players in the weight room spend time on their core, which allows for like gymnastic kind of play. So from Kobe Bryant to LeBron, that's where you're getting this great body control in today's player from the core.
And 0 of 2 from the line there was Flynn, so it'll be Nicholson now over to Nicholson and back to Nicholson.
It's a Nicholson party, not Jack Nicholson.
Fair now over to Devin Nicholson. He goes into the paint. He gives it off to Gerard. He thinks about the shot. Step back three. He'll hit it. He knocks it down, and he's feeling it. The Bearcats as a whole are feeling it. I almost knew that was going to drop before the shot even went in.
But notice the ability of Nicholson shot fake. This is all Allen Iverson showed us how to set yourself free, get room. And that's why all these players are the kind of players they are, knowing how to get themselves free.
19-4 run here to start the second half towards the Bearcats. Connecticut right now only shooting 18% from the field as that ball is knocked away and staying with the Bearcats.
Coach Alisi calling out plays from the sideline has got to be telling the Bearcats, stay with what's working for us. Crisp passes, find the open men, particularly in that corner. That's been working for us all night.
And Baruch really stepping up the defensive intensity, Joe. Letting up 41% from the field in the first half, down to 18% here in the second half. Really having an impact on the defensive end.
That's what's going to get us the parade on Lexington, the defensive stops.
Whalen's going to take a right wing three, and he knocks it down just like that. And Coach Sweeney wants to talk things over as his team trails by 13. We'll be right back. There's 11:52 remaining here between the Camels and the Bearcats. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Baruch's ball here. There'll be the two Nicholsons, Fair, Purisic, and Vaughn. It'll be Murray, Espinoza, Flynn, Peters, and Whalen for Connecticut. And that's going to be a blocking foul there on Flynn. It looks like he may have taken an elbow to the side of the head as well.
Dave, what Coach Sweeney for Connecticut told his team in the huddle was probably, let's try and get this lead to 10 or less. with 11:50 to go, and then we'll work from there.
So now the press will back off for Connecticut, and it'll be Nicholson to walk it up. Now Fair has it on the logo, looking for options. And what Baruch have really done is put two bigs inside at the free throw line to play the inside-out game.
And that's going to work.
As Vaughn gets it inside, working on Espinoza, and he's able to finish off glass.
So what was your point? Who got the assist? The big, as Vaughn connected. High, low.
Yeah, and look for it on the next possession. They're setting up Purisic and Vaughn on the elbow, really, and letting the playmaker really decide who he wants to go to and feed off of.
So you have a lot of playmaking going on from your unclassic playmakers.
And Fair going to get called for the foul there underneath. I thought it was ball, but, the ref had a better angle than we did, so it'll send Peters to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, we got to take more beta-carotene, Dave, because we've been missing with our eyes.
Peters only 4 free throws on the season. And he's off on the first. He's 2 of 3 tonight.
This is a big rebound. Murray looking to crash the boards.
Rice also giving him some length. Baruch led up an offensive board before on a missed free throw attempt, as that one rattles home, though. So it'll be Nicholson and Nicholson. Ball up the court to Purisic. Oh, it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Connecticut, so forcing Baruch into a turnover. Plenty of time left in this game for Connecticut to get back into it.
Well, remember, Sweeney wants them to get the lead to 10 at the 10-minute mark.
We're just past the 11-minute mark. As Peters going to pull a corner three. His shot no good. And Nicholson comes away with the rebound. Espinoza came flying in there for the Camels. And it'll be Fair up top now. He has Espinoza on him. It's going to be the 2-3 zone still for the Camels. And you'll see Purisic come out for the pick.
Baruch has to move the ball, swing it fast, and guys got to get to their spot.
And right now Murray has 2 guys to deal with underneath as it's Purisic. Ooh, Devin. Nicholson pulls up on a 3. Vaughn gets the rebound. He'll try to get it back out. It's going to be a kick ball on Whalen, so it'll stay with the Bearcats. Nice offensive board, though, by Vaughn, battling down low with Murray.
Yeah, Vaughn is exerting every single pound he has, and he's getting great position. A key player down the stretch here for the Bearcats.
6'7" graduate student from St. Albans, New York, as Nicholson has it up top. Gives it over to Devin. Nicholson inside to Vaughn. Looking for options, gives it over to Purisic. Purisic turnaround jumper, no good, but he's fouled in the process. That's going to be on Peters.
Vaughn looking for his teammate who was right there. So Baruch with this option of 2 bigs really opens it up now to go with that 3-ball option in the corner.
And Purisic's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
We've watched the maturation of Purisic over the years. And, again, he's co-player, possibly player of the year here in CUNY.
He's got 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists on the evening, and make that 10 points as he knocks down the first.
And what's so impressive, Dave, he's doing it in the land of giants, which he doesn't normally see during the season. So this is just going to take his game to another level after tonight.
And Jerron Flynn checking back into the game. Good to see that he's doing all right, as he got elbowed before when in the full court press. And that's going to be a lane violation on Vaughn, so it's going to go back to Connecticut. So Purisic goes 1 of 2. Well, 1 of 1, and it doesn't get the second. So it'll be Whalen to bring things up, coming on the midway point here in the second half.
Big defensive possession. Baruch wants to get the ball and then hopefully get a basket and extend this lead with 10 minutes to go.
Now inside to Flynn. Flynn's fouled as he goes up. I think they're going to call it on Fair there underneath, and he's had 2 quick fouls here in the second half.
Dave, strange call. Fair and Vaughn stood. They didn't do anything. The offensive player ran into them.
Yeah, just initiated the contact. It's a little tough, though, when you're inside the semicircle underneath.
So that may be called a good foul if there is one.
Well, we'll find out momentarily as Flynn knocks down the first.
You can't let guys, intangible players like Flynn, get going as you're worrying about the other notable guys. You can't let complimentary players start getting going.
Gerard Flynn averaging 8.7 and 5 rebounds per 8.7 points and 5 rebounds per game. So the press is back on. Osorio up ahead to Muhammad Guy, who just checked into the game. Guy gives it back out to Osorio.
Remember, Guy gives you a ton off the bench for the Bearcats.
Gives hustle plays on both ends. Oh, nice play there by Nicholson underneath, and that's going to be a jump ball. And it'll actually go back to the Camels, so a good defensive possession there for Connecticut.
Dave, I don't want to say it, but with 9:35, things have been turning to Connecticut side momentum-wise a little bit here. Baruch has to be aware of that.
And as you say that, a turnover back to Connecticut. On to Connecticut, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, this is going to be a momentum, heavyweight fight. You throw a punch, I throw back. The last 9:28. But the ball literally is in good hands with the Nicholson brothers and Osorio.
And Osorio throws it away right there, so it's going to go back the other way.
Yeah, that was too quick. Too quick of a possession.
And Casey has it now over to Espinoza, now inside to Murray. Murray working on the post against Vaughn. Murray gets inside deep, and he's able to hit a high arcing floater from inside the key.
And that was great defense by Vaughn, Dave. Not much you can do. Okay, before we go to break, 9:01.
So it'll be Nicholson to bring things up for the Bearcats. They lead by 11 now with 8:52 remaining here in the ball game. It's Nicholson on the far side.
Remember, momentum. Who's got it?
And Devin Nicholson's got it as he knocks down the free throw line jumper to give the Bearcats back their 13-point lead.
Okay, Coach Alisi going with the Nicholson combination.
So it'll be Espinoza now on the near side corner. Crossover move, takes the pick from Murray, loose pick, and now Flynn into the lane with the right hand. Nice English on that one, and he's able to find the bottom of the bucket.
Baruch has got to be aware of where is Flynn at, even if he's on the bench or he's in getting the coffee at Starbucks. Where is Flynn with 8:13 to go?
He's got 8 points, 7 rebounds so far here in this ball game, as now it's Guy on the far side. Gives it over to Devin Nicholson. He'll pull a three, and he knocks it down. He hit the deck, and some of the fans right there calling for a foul to no avail as Espinoza now has it on the near side. Devin Nicholson picks him up. It'll be Gerard Nicholson picking up Casey right in front of our table here. Pick from Murray, a little bit of offensive foul. Gerard Nicholson knew it the minute it happened. It's going to be on Murray, and that's going to be his fourth.
Great defense caused that turnover and caused an illegal screen. Dave, watch the Nicholsons are initiating great defense on the part of Baruch here.
They're really pushing the tempo on both ends right now, at least in the last few possessions, that it'll be Osorio to inbound. So Nicholson will be able to walk it up, and Casey will pick him up at the half-court line.
Baruch has to work the clock a little bit. That's always your ally in late games.
Osorio takes the pick from Vaughn, looking for options. Osorio pivoting in the corner, handoff to Gerard Nicholson, back out to Osorio. He almost loses it. He does lose it. It's going to be Flynn coming the other way. And smart play there by Guy not to foul. It's still a 12-point game.
That's a veteran call by Muhammad. And watch this guy Flynn. He's in the game for a reason from Coach Sweeney.
And Nicholson lost the ball, and they're going to call a reach on Espinoza. And the Connecticut bench erupts on that call. I don't know. I thought that was some quick hands there by Espinoza on the defensive end.
But, Dave, if we were in Connecticut, it would go the other way. We're here on 24th and Lexington, so it's a little home cooking, but that's okay.
So it'll be Nicholson to inbound on the far side. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. 7:11 remaining here in the ball game.
Good minutes out of Vaughn.
It'll be Guy now. Nicholson takes the pick from Guy. Looking for Guy inside. His shot blocked from behind. I think Coach Alisi wanted a foul.
Yeah, he was deep, but he should be at the foul line, Dave.
And Guy soars for that rebound shot. No good on the far side. And Guy will walk things up.
Vaughn was so deep, he had to be pushed.
It'll be Vaughn up top looking for options. Ooh, smart play there as Nicholson was wrapped up tightly there by Casey. Guy into the lane looking for options. Ooh, he got whacked underneath. And that's going to be Hartle. That's going to be his third of the evening with 6:25 left. Baruch will have another fresh 20.
Yeah, Muhammad was looking to try and spin, but he couldn't.
And you think he lucked out there. He got tied up underneath, and it was just some overactive hands from the Camels. Now Fair has it. Baruch need a bucket here. And it'll be Vaughn into the corner. Nicholson, he stepped out. It's going to go back the other way.
But that was all good decisions made by the Bearcats. It just was, he was just a little deep in the corner.
And some good defensive possessions here for the Camels.
Yeah, this is a heavyweight fight, Baruch Nation. Don't go anywhere.
So it'll be Casey who throws it into the scorer's table.
That didn't look like it touched anybody, Dave. I wonder how they're going to determine this call. Normally, deflection is movement. That was a straight line.
So Murray has come back into the game. He's going to be playing with 4 fouls here on out. Now Espinoza. Ooh, nice crossover move. Espinoza into the lane. Gives it off to Murray. Murray trying to go to work on Vaughn. He thought he was fouled. They're going to say it was ball. Nice block there by Vaughn. I think Murray may have had a case on that one.
Yeah, but Vaughn's good position, stayed in front.
Some interesting calls both ends of the floor right now as Fair almost turns it over. And he's on the ground. Gives it inside to Vaughn. He almost loses it again, but Vaughn's able to finish.
Great determination by Fair and Vaughn to make that happen.
Flynn inside to Murray. His shot was blocked by Vaughn. I don't think that was a goaltend.
Dave, Vaughn is doing some very special post things out there for the Bearcats. Dave, if you see the video, Vaughn has been in the right place at the right time in what the Connecticut people are saying shouldn't have been. Vaughn is doing a masterful job out there.
That's going to be his third block of the evening, to your point there. Joe, as Fair knocks down the first.
He's in the right place at the right time, so it's a great call on the rest part. Give that man a hand.
I wish we had a replay, honestly. I would love to see what the actual situation was between that play and the tipped ball that was right in front of us.
Dave, there was a play earlier in the game where it was a block to the right of the basket.
By Muhammad Guy.
Exactly.
They called a foul on that one.
But that was perfect positioning.
And Jehmehl Fair goes 2 of 2. Osorio will check into the game. So Whalen, a crossover move. He'll have an open 3. Nice pick there by Murray, and he rattles that one home. Big shot there to cut the Baruch lead to 13.
3 balls hurt us, Dave. Okay, Baruch has to answer now. When you get hit with the knockout from the 3 ball, you got to answer.
So it'll be Nicholson on the near side, going inside to Purisic. Purisic, right-handed hook shot is good. He worked on Flynn, and Coach Alisi wants to talk things over, so we'll step aside with 4:54 remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch 64, Connecticut College 49. So it'll be Connecticut ball, and it'll be Casey to walk it into the front court. Casey right in the lane, elbow jumper, that's good. Quick basket here for the Camels, and they'll set up here in the full court press.
Yeah, I mean, Connecticut has to be aware of the clock from an offensive standpoint. They got to hurry a little bit. Baruch has to be patient. They are in the lead.
And Jehmehl Fair gives it over to Muhammad Guy into the corner to Nicholson. Nicholson, nice pump fake. He'll pull the three. Shot no good. Ball batted around. It was Osorio and Flynn fighting for it. Flynn comes away with it. He'll push into the front court. Nice defense there by Osorio as he was trying to find Casey. Flynn was in the corner. It'll be Whalen to inbound, looking for options. He'll go up top to Murray, hand off to Espinoza. Connecticut needs to move quickly. Pick there from Murray. Crossover by Casey. Now Whalen into the lane. Back outside Espinoza. He's going to pull a three. He knocks it down.
Dave, Espinoza was able to set his feet from the beginning.
So
it's a 10-point game, Dave.
A little bit under 4 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch need an answer. It'll be Fair on the logo. Looking for options. Gives it over to Osorio. Murray calling for it inside. Inside to Muhammad Guy. His shot's good. He's able to answer. Looked like there was a little contact inside. Either way, the refs letting him play underneath.
Good teamwork between Vaughn and Muhammad. Little post.
So now Casey has it. He's going to pull a three. His shot's way off, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Poor decision by Casey. If he would have dribbled, he would have got himself more free. But it works out for the Bearcats. And now with a 12-point lead, they want to extend it a little bit away from that 10 mark.
So Connecticut not only bringing in some more size with, errant pass. And it's turned over. It's going to be Casey who comes away with it. Rice is checked into the game, but Casey's going to pull up a three straight on. Around and out, no good. Murray's able to get that rebound. He's working inside and one.
Dave, Nicholson has got to bring his Baruch troop into a little huddle and say, fellas, we're up 3-10. Let's not give these guys an early Christmas present to get back in the game. Nicholson is the leader out there at the moment.
So Fair comes away with that rebound. Murray unable to get the three-point play, and Fair has it on the center circle.
Baruch has to work clock here.
Ball swung around the perimeter. It's Nicholson now up top. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Baruch not really doing anything with it. Now Nicholson into the paint looking for options. Gives it back outside to Nicholson. Straight on three. Ooh, rattles around. Unable to hit, though. And now Flynn up ahead of the pack. Dangerous play, and it's Vaughn on the interception. And that was just a sloppy play by Nicholson, and Vaughn gets fouled by Rice.
Connecticut trying to play fast. Baruch, a recipient of trying to play fast. The turnover was created. And how about Vaughn playing safety out there?
And honestly, Flynn, got ahead of the pack. He just left his feet, and that forced the turnover.
Why he didn't continue on is beyond me, but it works out for the Bearcats here. That's what, it's not what happened, it's what's going to happen, and it happened fairly for the Bearcats.
So it'll be Vaughn at the line for a 1-and-1, and he knocks down the first.
Got to be really impressed going forward about Vaughn and what he brings to the table for the Bearcats. He's doing it all tonight, and it's great when he's making these late-game foul shots.
And he's off on the second, just as we...
Well, that's the announcer's jinx.
And now Casey has it on the near side wing. Gives it off to Espinoza. Takes the pick from Murray. Espinoza outside. It's going to be Whalen right in front of his own bench. Shot no good. It's going to be Murray who comes away with it. Now Casey has it. Pull-up shot, no good. Ball batted out. It's going to be Nicholson who comes away with it. Coming in on 2 minutes remaining. Baruch lead by 11. And there's a turnover right there. Casey should have an easy layup. Oh, and he threw it off of Fair. I think he thought he was worried about the block. I don't even know if Fair was going to go up for the block. And it's going to stay with Connecticut. But if you're Casey, you have to go up there.
Dave, you thought Fair was going to go high. He went low to cause that to happen.
I think he was trying to avoid the foul call.
Yeah, worked out for Fair.
Now Rice, put corner three right off the inbounds, way long. Murray's going to track that one down here on the near side. Murray going to go to work against Vaughn. He kicks it outside, ball swung around. Whalen, left wing three. He hits the bottom of the net, and it's an 8-point game with 1:40 left, and Coach Sweeney wants to talk things over. We'll be right back with more Baruch action here as they try to close out the Camels here at the Arc Arena. So both teams break the huddle, coming off a big three there by Billy Whalen, his 12th point of the evening. And it'll be Baruch having to contest with the Camels full court press.
Dave, if you're Coach Alisi, you want your good free throw shooters in the game down the stretch here.
Muhammad Guy has the ball, gives it back to Jehmehl Fair. Up to the front court to Devin Nicholson. He'll circle back, bounce pass over to Fair.
Baruch has to watch their passes. They need to be fast and crisp, not lazy. Connecticut's looking for a turnover.
Guy going one-on-one with Rice, can't finish, but Purisic there for the putback. Great positioning there by Purisic, and even better play by Guy drawing the second defender.
Yeah, everybody went to sleep on Purisic.
And Murray able to finish, and once again, Coach Sweeney wants to talk things over. It's 1:03 left here in the ball game. We'll step aside as the Camels trail Baruch by 8 coming down the stretch. So both teams break the huddle after a key basket by Murray for the Camels. It'll be Baruch's basketball once again setting up in the same formation with Fair and Nicholson both on the baseline, and the pass from Fair is knocked out by Rice.
Yeah, Connecticut looking for a turnover. Baruch has got to be smart. Throwing the ball in from under the basket. It's got to be a safe pass.
And it'll be Guy now. He's quickly double-teamed. He puts one dribble down, gives it into Fair into the front court. Over to Purisic now on the baseline. Inside to Nicholson. Inside. No bad. Oh, they're going to call it off. They're going to say it's going to be side out for the Bearcats.
Okay, but wait for Baruch to have executed. They stayed smart.
Correction, it's actually going to be a 1-and-1 for Nicholson. Gerard Nicholson on the season is a 70% free throw shooter, so definitely one of the guys you want at the line if you're Coach Alisi.
Yeah, he's solid. I like him at the foul line, David.
He leads all Baruch scores. Correction, all scores with 15 tonight on 5 of 9 shooting from the field, including an impressive 5 of 7 from downtown. And he knocks down the first, so he will get a second, an opportunity to extend this lead back to double digits.
Yeah, I like Nicholson, the football mentality that he exudes, toughness.
Osorio will come to the scorer's table to get ready to check back into the game, and he knocks it down. So Devin Nicholson will come to the bench, and Osorio checks back in for defensive duties.
So you know Connecticut's in a hurry. Baruch has to stay patient.
So it'll be Casey now. Gives it off to Whalen. They're going to have to Connecticut's going to have to take some chances here on the offensive end. Bounce pass inside to Murray. Murray going to go to work on Vaughn. There's no foul there. I'm okay with that.
I'm also okay. It wasn't a 3-ball, Dave.
Exactly. You can't be mad about that. Let Murray go to work and take the twos. So with 40.4, we'll step aside. Baruch lead by 8. And Coach Sweeney wants to talk things over. It'll be a full timeout for the Connecticut College Camels. So both teams break the huddle. Baruch lead by 8, 71-63, 40.4 left. Murray once again hitting a layup on that last possession, and it'll be Baruch to inbound underneath their own basket.
So the Bearcats have to be very smart here. Get your nearest pass to a ball handler. Don't try and be cute and throw a long pass.
Fair looking to inbound. Ooh, he had Nicholson on the far side. Instead, he goes to Nicholson on the near side, and he'll send Gerard Nicholson to the line to shoot 2.
Everything Coach Alisi wants to do now is safe. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's covet the ball.
So Nicholson, one of the stronger free throw shooters for the Bearcats, at the line to shoot 2 now. And he rattles home the first.
Well, what's great is his mental toughness. He knows what's on the line.
So Murray comes in for the Camels, and it'll be Akil Vaughn checking back into the game. And we've seen that every time Vaughn and Murray have been mimicking each other on the substitute bench.
This is rehearsal for later in the season when things count for a championship, but you're rehearsed in late November, early December.
That's probably one of the strongest tests of the year for the Bearcats. See if they can close this one out.
Absolutely.
With 39 now down to 35 seconds. It's a 10-point game. Connecticut has to move quickly. It's going to be Casey straight on 3, and he knocks it down.
So Baruch has to be smart, get the ball to Nicholson. Good move. And you know what you're going to get. Nicholson is a closer now at the foul line. Baruch, again, is taking the punches from this bigger opponent, but they've punched back.
So Nicholson 4-4 from the line tonight. Baruch trying to close it out here. It's a 7-point game. After that big three there from Connecticut, it was R.J. Casey who knocked it down, got his 9th point of the evening.
Look at these final minutes, what Nicholson has done. Steps to the line, ice in his veins, and just knocks it down.
I tell you, Baruch shooting 61% from the field here in the second half, including a 56% from downtown and 11 from 13 from the free throw line.
When it counts.
It's going to be tough for any team to beat Baruch if they play halves like this. This might be one of their best halves all season, as Espinoza has it now. Gives it over to Casey. Casey going to pull a three. That one's short. Ball's loose on the floor. They're going to say it was out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Connecticut with 19 seconds left here in the ball game.
Dave, Connecticut hurt themselves. They were too late in the clock, and if they would have got a quick shot off again, but it's all favorable for Baruch.
And Casey going to pull a three. He kicked his leg out. They're going to say he did not get fouled, and it's going to be a foul on Nicholson, and he'll go to the line. Devin Nicholson this time to shoot two.
He just fell on his own and worked out for Baruch. Well, right now, Connecticut is frustrated.
They called a technical on Connecticut. I'm not sure if that was for the kickout or if that was on the bench, but either way, Baruch will knock down their one free throw.
Clearly, Connecticut thought they had this game on paper, but you have to play the game.
Barring any setbacks, with 15 left, Baruch going to try to close out this 10-point lead here at the Arc Arena.
This is worth 2 victories, David, not 1.
Bounce pass into Nicholson. They're going to try not to foul. They're going to have to, though, just to stop the clock. Nope, and they're actually going to call timeout. So it'll be a Bearcats timeout with 12.1 left. Baruch lead by 10. We'll be right back with the remainder of your game here at the Arc Arena. So both teams break the huddle. 12.1 remaining. Baruch lead by 10. It'll be Baruch's inbound on the far side. It's going to be Purisic, Nicholson, Osorio, and Fair for the Bearcats.
Connecticut's got to foul fast. They can't afford to take any time off the clock.
And Osorio leaks out into the front court.
Too much time, David.
And Osorio finally gets fouled. But to your point, Joe, 5 seconds run off the clock.
That's not going to help you get back in the game, Dave.
That's going to be a foul on Espinoza, and that might just do it if, regardless if Osorio knocks it down, that might do it here at the Arc Arena.
Yeah. It's a game of inches and seconds in late stages of the game.
Osorio can't knock down the first. But he gets the second. So 11-point game with 7 seconds left. Casey will bring it into the front court. Crossover three, shot no good. Fair on the rebound, and that will do it here at the Arc Arena. Baruch 77, Connecticut 66, and that'll break the Connecticut Camels 7-game win streak. So great night for Baruch, sweeping the doubleheader, women over Pratt, men over Connecticut College.
And you know what, Dave? These victories were mental victories, I think, before the physical. The women really, led by a highlight from Mia Castillo, a highlight night. And the men knew what they saw on paper, but they came out. When you throw the ball up, you have to play the game. Coach Alisi, great substitutions again in the game. And really, we learned about what is it going to take to win tonight, and it's find the man in the 3-ball. We have a victory.
So Baruch not done for the week. They'll be back in action on Friday here at the Arc Arena at 7:30. It'll be just the men's game versus Rosemont College. Like we mentioned, the women will be here a week from tonight, 6 o'clock against the college at Old Westbury. Once again, your final scores tonight. The women's basketball team beat Pratt Institute 70-41, and on the back half of the doubleheader, the men's team able to complete the sweep, beating the Central Connecticut Camels 77-66. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Joe Stozer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, New York.